Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Project Miata. Today we're going to be installing motor mounts on the Miata. These motor mounts I got from Innovative Mounts, and these are three-way adjustable, so we can have the engine setting a little bit higher or lower depending on the ride height. So if we slam the Miata, we're gonna have to put it on the highest setting, and if we don't do that, then we can just keep it on the middle setting. So these motor mounts have a nice finish, wrinkled black, and then they come with most of the hardware. Only the bolts that need to be connected to the engine, you have to use the OEM one. So the reason we're installing the motor mounts is because when I start the car, the engine shakes a lot. And even when I rev the car, it shakes a lot, which makes the car shake. So on idle, the car is like vibrating like crazy. So we're gonna back the car up on these wooden pieces that I have, and we're also gonna throw it up on jack stands, and we're gonna take off the wheels as well, so we have as much room as we need to install these motor mounts. Another thing I would recommend is, because we're gonna be jacking up the engine, you might wanna get rid of the air intake and the coil pack. Okay guys, now that we have everything out of the way in the engine bay and we have the wheels off and everything, the car is secured, we are now ready to take off the old motor mounts and put in the new one. So one thing that I mentioned that you're gonna have to do is lift up the engine so that you can take out the motor mounts. So in order for you to lift the engine, there's two ways you can do it. Either you can get a engine hoist that lifts up the engine from the top. We don't have that, so we're gonna use the second method, which is a jack and a 2x4. So basically we're just gonna put it under the oil pan right there, very gently, and then lift up the engine. Okay, now we're ready to take off the nut that is connecting the engine mount to the subframe, which is right there. And there's one on the other side as well, same place. So I'm gonna use the impact drill with a 14mm socket. A nut and a washer that goes there. Okay guys, now we're gonna jack up the engine a little bit. So after we jack up the engine, there's 3 bolts that attach the engine mount to the engine. So there's 2 right there, and there's 1 on the other side. Alright guys, so the mounts are out from the subframe on both sides. And now we're just gonna loosen the remainder bolts that are connecting the mount. Alright guys, these are the old ones, and these are super done, because I don't think it's supposed to come out like that easily, even the other one. So we're gonna be installing these ones, and that should make everything a little bit better. Okay guys, so I had to loosen this bolt a little bit, and this is the stock one. So what we're gonna do is just kind of get it in the same position that that one came out of, so it's just a little bit easier when we put it back in. Guys, we got the new motor mounts in, so we just hand tight the bolts to the engine, and also underneath we hand tighten that one. So now we're gonna torque the engine bolts. So the torque spec on that is 27 to 38. So we're probably gonna do 38, which is the maximum, just to be on the safe side. Alright guys, so the motor mounts are torqued now, and now we just gotta lower the engine and then we can torque the bottom ones. The jack is out. I'm just gonna lightly push the engine down. Yeah, it feels steady. So now we're just gonna put the nut in the subframe, and there's a washer as well. So the new one that comes with the innovative mount is 15 mil, and the old one that we took off is a 14 mil. So we're gonna torque it down to 55 foot-pounds. I need my extensions. God damn. Alright guys, everything's torqued down, so all that's left now is to put the wheels back on, put the coil pack back on, and then we're ready to start the car. First start with the new motor mounts. Let's see if I feel the difference. Wish me luck. I do feel the difference. The car doesn't shake a lot. I got some bad news. After that first startup, the car stalled and the engine died. I go to start it and it just cranks, but it doesn't start. So what I saw and heard was that there's a little bit of a air leak, which you can hear when you put the key in and you go to start the car, but not really start it. And you come to the engine bay and listen to that hissing sound. Coming from here somewhere. Now, I'm not sure what that is, but it is coming from the intake manifold side and where the fuel rail is. It's coming more from the last injector, and I'm not really sure what it is, but I do have an intake manifold gasket that we're gonna change in the next video. I also got some O-rings for the fuel injector, so we're gonna be changing that as well. It's a bummer because I really wanted to drive the car with the new motor mounts, but these things happen. It's a project car. It's gonna be dying sometimes and it's gonna be running sometimes, so this is one of those dead times where we just have to figure out where the problem is and get it fixed. So once we change all the gaskets and stuff, hopefully that fixes the problem that we have and we can start the car and drive it on the new motor mounts. Until then, hit the subscribe button and let me know what you guys think of the new motor mounts. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.